Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Force, work and energy. Knowledge acquisition. In this chapter, we will study about the nature of force, different types of energy and their applications. The work is accomplished when an object moves in the direction of the force acting upon it. The conservation of energy. In previous class, we read about pushing or pulling an object means we are applying a force on the object. Most of the actions that we perform in our daily lives pushing or pulling something. Force. We know that force is a push or pull. A force changes the way an object moves. This means that a force can either change the speed of direction or motion of an object. We need different amounts of force to different objects. The heavier the object, the more force we need to move it. Effect of force. Force can affect an object in different ways. Force can change the shape of thing. Force can stop thing from moving. Force can move an object. Force can change the direction of a moving thing. Types of force. There are various types of forces. We will discuss a few here. Frictional force. Friction is the force that tries to stop objects from sliding across each other. It can slow down the movement of an object or stop it from moving altogether. We have friction between our feet and the floor due to which we can walk. This is same reason that we slip more easily on smooth granite floor than a less smoother cemented floor. The rougher the surface, more the friction. Smoother the surface, lesser the friction. The friction between the tires of vehicles and the road makes them roll forward. Thus, friction makes movement of vehicles possible. Friction is also helpful in lighting a matchstick by striking it against a matchbox. Friction between the chalk and the blackboard makes it possible for the teacher to write on the blackboard. With advantages, there is some disadvantages of friction. Friction makes it hard to slide heavy objects across the floor. Friction causes damage to the tires of vehicles, the soles of our shoes, machine parts, etc., and makes these objects wear away with time. This is the reason why parts of machine are oiled. Oil is slippery and reduces the friction between parts of the machine. Gravity or gravitational force. It is the force that attracts objects to the center of the earth. As a result of the earth's gravity, any object thrown up always falls back to the ground. It is the earth's gravity that keeps us, and other objects, on the ground. Magnetic force. It is the push or pull applied by a magnet on metals and on other magnets. Electrostatic force. Sometimes we see that if we run a comb through dry hair, the comb becomes charged and is able to attract tiny bits of paper. This attraction is known as electrostatic force. Muscular force. The force exerted by muscles of our body is called muscular force. Pulling a rickshaw, pushing a door, kicking a football, lifting a school bag, etc. are the some activities that use muscular force. Mechanical force. The force produced by a machine is known as mechanical force. Buses, cars and other vehicles move due to the mechanical force produced by their engines. Work. In our daily life, we use the word work to describe several activities. But all the activities are not considered for work. For example, sitting, sleeping and thinking are not work. Work is done when something is moved through a distance. like playing football, is considered work in science. Work is said to be done when a force applied on an object causes it to move in the direction of the force. Energy. Energy is the capacity to do work. Only a body which has energy in it can produce a force to carry out work. We can apply force with our muscles. We get force from energy. We get this energy from the food we eat. There are many forms of energy. We will discuss a few here. Heat energy. The main source of heat energy is the sun. Burning fuels such as coal, LPG and kerosene releases heat energy. In our homes, we use heat energy to cook food. Light energy. Sun is again the major source of light energy also. Light energy helps us to see the things around us. Electric bulb, tube light and candle are some other sources of light energy. Electrical energy. Electricity is used to run appliances such as the TV, mixie, washing machine, computer, radio, etc. Electrical energy is generated at power stations and supplied to our homes. Sound energy. Televisions, radios, portable audio players, loudspeakers are sources of sound energy. Musical instruments such as guitar and tabla also produce sound. Wind energy. Power of the wind is utilized with the help of windmills, which are used to generate electrical energy. Mechanical energy. This energy is found in all objects by virtue of their position or movement. It is of two types. I. Potential energy. Energy stored inside an object due to its position is called potential energy. Example: the water stored behind a dam has potential energy. A book lying on the table has potential energy in it. 2. Kinetic energy. Objects that are in motion are said to possess kinetic energy. Example: flowing water. A rolling ball have kinetic energy in them. Magnetic energy. A magnet attracts iron objects towards itself. This force is due to the energy of the magnet known as the magnetic energy. This form of energy is used for various purposes like lifting heavy iron objects using a strong magnet, separation of iron objects from other metallic objects, etc. Solar energy. The most amount of energy obtained from the sun is called solar energy. This energy is utilized by plants while preparing food. Conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Energy just changes from one form to another. The total energy of an object never decreases or increases. But today we depend on non-renewable sources of energy. Without energy, no work is possible. But it is a real fear that petrol and coal will not be available forever. Our factory will fall silent and grasses pile up or junk. So, there is a need to conserve of these sources. Continuous review. A push or pull acting on an object is called force. A force can change the shape of an object. Friction is the force that tries to stop objects from sliding across each other. Gravitational force attracts objects to the center of the earth. The force exerted by muscles of our body is called muscular force. The force produced by a machine is known as mechanical force. Energy is the capacity to do work.
Like, share and subscribe.